This is a Joule's experiment. Joule's experiment consists of a closed container which is thermally insulated, which is completely insulated. Whatever heat produced inside the container cannot leave, or no heat interaction takes place between container and surrounding. Consider this container as a system, and everything outside is a surrounding. Means there is no heat interaction between system and surrounding. It is a closed insulated container, contains the water at a particular temperature. One thermometer is immersed in it to measure the change of temperature. This is a paddle is connected with a wheel, and wheel is connected via rope to the weight through a pulley. When this weight moves up and down, this wheel rotates. This wheel rotates, and this wheel rotates the paddle. Consider weight is initially at this point and nothing is rotating over here. And the temperature of water, the initial temperature of water is recorded by the thermometer. When weight moves by distance x, then it rotates the wheel and wheel rotates the paddle. As the paddle rotates, its water temperature increases, and that water temperature is recorded by the thermometer. Now in temperature change in temperature means there is a heat transfer. From this we can say that fall of weight is nothing but a work supplied, and work supplied is converted into heat transfer. Here Joule is tried to uh, validate first law of thermodynamics. What is first law of thermodynamics? Heat and work is mutually convertible. When we supply the heat, it will give equivalent amount of work. When we supply the work, it will give equivalent amount of heat. Here Joule tries to convert work given to the system into heat transfer by the system. He pushed the weight by some distance and paddle rotates, and as the paddle rotates it increases the temperature of water, and temperature of water is recorded. Since temperature of water increases, it means heat transfer, no, heat releases takes place. It is coming out from the system. It means it proves the first law of thermodynamics. But when he done the experiment, he found that whatever work is supplied to the system does not convert it into same amount of heat, but it converted into it converted work into proportional form of heat in the proportional. The work input to the paddle wheel is measured by the fall of weight, while the corresponding temperature rise of liquid in the insulated container is measured by the thermometer. It is already known to us from the experiment on heat transfer that temperature rise can also be produced by heat transfer. Means we can change the temperature of a container or the water by supplying heat also, but here we have to validate first law of thermodynamics, and first law of thermodynamics is conversion of work and heat. Therefore we cannot hit it by therefore we cannot hit directly by heat. We have to increase the temperature by supplying the work. Now the experiment shows a definite quantity of work is always required to accomplish the same temperature rise obtained with the unit amount of heat, regardless of whether the temperature of liquid is raised by work transfer or heat transfer. The liquid can be returned by heat transfer in opposite direction to the identical state from which it started. The above result leads to the inference that work and heat are different form of something more general, which are called as energy. This is called as energy. It can be stated as an invariable experience that whenever a physical system passes through a complete cycle, the algebraic sum of work transferred during a cycle is a cyclic integration of dw bears a definite ratio to the algebraic sum of heat transfer during a cycle. Therefore, cyclic integration of dq, this may be expressed by the equation cyclic integration of dw is equal to j into cyclic integration of dq. It means whatever work is supplied is converted into heat in some proportion, and that proportionality constant is J. Suppose 10 joule of work is supplied and 8 joule of heat is converted. Then this J is 0.8. The value of this J is 0.8. Where J is a proportionality constant and known as a mechanical equivalent of heat in SI unit, the unit of J is unity, that is 1 Newton meter per joule. The unit is written as 1 Newton meter per joule. Actually, Newton meter is itself a joule and divided by joule. Okay, the means we can say it is a unity, therefore it doesn't carry any unit, but we can write as Newton meter per joule.